Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Crypto here, and yes, I've been away for a couple of weeks. And why have I been away? I've been away with family. Business has taken me away from YouTube, but also I've been doing a bit of an exciting project because at the end of the day, I want to earn some blocks of Bitcoin. That's what I want to earn. And I'm going to get into that a little bit towards the end because I want to document a bit more of this project that I'm doing. And when I get towards the end, I'll explain what I am actually doing. But let me know at the end if you want me to do some more videos on what I'm going to explain I'm doing. But anyway, 33, alt season, where the hell is it? I've been calling for alt season, and a lot of influencers out there have been calling for alt season. I thought it was going to happen. Hands up, I was wrong. It hasn't happened yet. But I still think at some point it will shock the market and something will happen. But yeah, I'm one of those ones who've said alt season is just around the corner, and then another corner, then another corner. So I've put my hands up on that one. I was wrong. But at the end of the day, it hasn't happened yet. Hopefully, it will do soon. Is this an opportunity to buy the dips, or are we going to pull back a little bit more? But at the moment, what we can see here is the liquidity is just being sucked out. It's being sucked out because so many cryptos are being made at the moment. We've got over 11.8 million cryptos are being created. And this is taking all that liquidity away. Look what happened when Trump coin came out. It's just sucked all the liquidity out of all the big altcoins out there, or the top 50, just absolutely sunk because of that. The liquidity is just being drained. But the green fear at the moment is at 40%. But what I want to point this out is, look, we're at 40% now. And we're not far back it was on the 9th, 11th, 2024. Again, the 8th of the 7th, 2024. We're at these points again. Then what happened? We had that major move towards the upside, because at the end of the day, what I see is that we've got a lot of fundamentals happening around the world. A lot of institutions are buying crypto and Bitcoin. A lot of nation states are buying Bitcoin and cryptos generally as well. So I think there's a lot of fundamentals, and I think there's a compression happening here. It's like shaking up that bottle of pop or stretching that elastic band. At some point, you've got to let it go. At some point, that fizz has got to get out of there. And that's what's going to happen at some point. And it just seems to be dragging on and on and on and on. And basically, people are getting bored, fed up, angry, disappointed. You see on X, I've seen on my videos, people getting angry and disappointed. I'm frustrated as well, but I'm not selling. That's one thing I am not doing. I didn't do that in the previous bear market of 2019, 2020. Same thing's happening. I see it all happening again. It's repeating itself. That's what I'm seeing. And I'm not selling anything. And why? Because so many fundamentals are happening out here. But also, what I can see here as well is we had that 1.4 billion hack on Bybit that happened with Ethereum, and it didn't move the market. Bitcoin didn't tank. The altcoins didn't capitulate even further. So it says something. It's saying there's some strength here now. Is this strength going to hold and we're going to push up? Because look at that. 1.4 billion. Bybit is one of the biggest, bigger than FTX. What happened with FTX? The market absolutely sunk down to downside. But we are in a bull market. Believe it or not, we are in a bull market with Bitcoin sitting at $95,000. And a lot of the altcoins are still up from the bear market lows. I'm still up in the green, believe it or not, because I bought in the bear market a lot of my altcoins. But also, I think what's also happening, a lot of centralized exchanges are also manipulating the price of crypto. Altcoins especially. That's what I'm thinking. And Marty Party is, it's just pointing that one out. There was no hack. This is what he's on about the Bybit Ethereum. It's all a narrative to hide the biggest corruption in the CEX history, involving all major exchanges and their leveraged positions on ETH. If this is true, this is massive. And he says here, and somebody said here, Trump should investigate all these exchanges. Agree with the questioning, but it's always a conspiracy. That could be the case, that could be true. But nobody knows yet. Is this maybe a conspiracy, but is it also the truth? Because we do know the central exchanges do manipulate the price. And this is why I'm not selling, because if they are manipulating that price of Ethereum and other altcoins and Bitcoin, at some point, the manipulation may be to the upside. That's what I am hoping. I am hoping. But I will point this out. This is why you should never have all your eggs in one basket. And I always say to a lot of people, I've got some of my money, in crypto, Like I've got CRO for an example. I've got Ethereum, I've got Bitcoin, and I've also got a bit of Say now. I've actually bought a bit of Say as well because that is so undervalued in my opinion. And I bought a big bag of that and I'm holding it because it really is low in price. I might get into that in just a little while. But overall, property, have a multiple diverse portfolio if you can. Don't always have your eggs in one basket like crypto and that's it. Have it a bit in the stock markets. Have a bit of property or whatever. Other investments. Always have, because at the end of the day, this manipulation is happening. And I think what's happening is, like I said, if this exchanges or manipulate prices, the whales are accumulating and Bitcoin reaches new all-time high. And what we can see here, balance on exchanges, we can see Bitcoin is really is tanking down towards the downside. See, Bitcoin exchange hits the lowest level in 6 years. It's coming off the exchanges, and exchanges are slowly running out of Bitcoin. And when that happens, that's going to create a supply shock. And it's all about supply and demand. It's like Burns, like when I mentioned about CRO and Burns. You reduce the supply, the demand is there. We know the demand is there for CRO, but we need the supply to come down to create a shock, to push the price up towards the upside. That's what we need to do. Because when we look at CRO at the moment, it's just been bleeding like a lot of altcoins, and it hasn't been performing. We know like XRPs and BNB coin have been going to close to all-time highs, but all we've seen is CRO is just bleed down and drop down to that. Again, we get conspiracy. Some people are saying it's Crypto.com who are selling the tokens. Maybe that's true. Maybe it's not true. I don't know. Nobody's going to know. Nobody's going to know really. But what we do know is we are dropping down to the downside. We've lost critical support. We've come up to this VPRVN node here, which is creating a bit of support at the moment. And what we see, we've lost the 200. We've also lost that 50. And also, we've lost the 20 EMA. But we're trying to wick above that 20 EMA. Because if I just drop down a little bit further to the 4-hourly, we did have a bit of a wick up to the upside. And we went all the way back up to around about 90 cents. But we got rejected and smacked down. If actually I go on the hourly and look what happened. Look at that. Beautiful pump up towards the upside. Smacked straight down. It's like a whale. It's come in, saw this, bump it straight down to the downside. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's a whale, the exchange. I do not know. But it's some big player. It's not somebody like us. It's not a retail who's doing this, like a big bunch of retail coming in. This is either an exchange or this is either, a whale that's got a big bag and decided to keep that pressure down because they want to buy cheaper. Maybe that's the case. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are of that. But we got Crypto.com, which again is obviously created waves, MICA, getting licensed because obviously we know what's happening there, the banking, the stock market, the stocks are going to do as well. And obviously they want to be compliant as well in the EU, and they're leading the way in the EU, which is a good thing for Crypto.com. They are building and getting more and more users on board. That's what they're doing. But the CRO price is just not reflecting that at the moment. But there is a chance here if we do start at these prices to start bottoming out, which I think we are bottoming out, but there's always risk. Whatever happens, Bitcoin could push the prices down even further. So there's always a risk. But probability to me is that we already are hitting the bottom. Could be wrong on that. So nothing I say in here is ever guaranteed. But I think we are close to the bottom. We are pretty much there, I think. And I think we're going to make our way back up. But we know the demand, it comes in. Look at that, what happened there. But then suddenly, minutes after it got smacked down. It's been manipulated, in my opinion. That's what I think is happening because there's so much fundamentals going on. It should be this. But we've got Bitcoin. Bitcoin, who is the king of the cryptos, is just going sideways. It's boring people out the market. The institutions, however, they are buying. And that's what I mean. This is what's happening is we can see the whales are accumulating. Bitcoin reaches new all-time high. We can see here the whales keep buying. As retail are leaving, retail are panicking, people are buying Bitcoin. The whales are buying Bitcoin. And at the moment, what's happening is we're just chopping around sideways. The boring action is happening. We could carry on this. We could carry on the boring action for another couple of weeks, another month. And I know people don't like to hear that, but it could go on for a long time. And we just chop race our ways again and then make another major move towards the upside. We could even break down even further and get down to that $90,000 mark or into the 80s. That's always a possibility. So we've just got to be prepared for that. We can see money flow has been coming out of Bitcoin, but obviously the stock market has also been making moves towards the downside as well. And don't forget, this week we have got a lot of economic data coming out, but also we have got NVIDIA earnings happening this week, which is obviously going to be big for the markets in general, and also it's going to be big for crypto, because whatever the markets do at the moment, because we're correlated to stock markets, obviously that could bring the price as well. So that's what I've been doing. I've just been accumulating a bit of say, a bit of CRO, holding tight, sitting on my hands, and yeah, just waiting. And also, what have I been doing? I mentioned towards the end, I'll let you know what I've also been doing as well. Yeah, so basically, as promised, what I mentioned earlier in the video, what have I been doing on the side? Well, basically, I've started to create my own Bitcoin farm, my home Bitcoin farm. Not one of these ones where they got like hundreds and thousands of Bitcoin miners in a big warehouse. No, I've been doing Bitcoin mining from home, and I've started to set up and building it all up, because obviously what I want to do is I'm doing solo mining. Basically, I'm not doing it through pools or anything like that, just solo mining. So hopefully one day I will get a block of Bitcoin. And let me know in the comments below if you want me to do more videos as well on the Bitcoin mining journey that I'm doing as well. And maybe this is something that you could do as well on the side, with some hope that one day you will get a block of Bitcoin, because it's about, what, 3.5 Bitcoin you're getting a block now, which is about what, just over 300,000 close to. So let me know in the comments if you want me to do videos on a bit of Bitcoin mining, and maybe we do that journey together, maybe. But what I've been doing is I've just been building my stacks of Bitcoin, which is low cost energy as well. So it's not going to get like a big bill in terms of energy, electric or anything like that. So I've been getting these mini miners. They're basically lottery miners, you know, which could give you up to 1.2 to 6 terahash a second. And such like. So like things like the Bitcoin Hex, that's what I've got as well. I've got a couple of them. I'm also I've got some Bitcoin Axes as well, and some very other kind of mining software and miners as well. So I'm just building up my little farm, that what I'm doing as well, because like I said, one day I might hit a block. That's going to be absolutely smashing. Imagine waking up one morning and just seeing 3 Bitcoin, because you've got as much chance as, well, other small farmers, should I say. But yeah, let me know in the comments below. That's what I've been doing on the side, and let me know if you want me to do more videos on Bitcoin mining as well. So yeah, so like I said, smash that like button, give subscribe. Your support is always much appreciated, and like I said, let me know in the comments below if you want me to do some more videos on Bitcoin mining and what I am doing as well, because it's worth doing it, worth giving it a go. And I'll see you soon in the next video. Take care.